Welcome everyone. Today we have discussed few others interesting case study on human resource management. Human resource management is a very important thing for the organization. Human resource management is a core thing for the organizations. So if we can do some case study and exercise, it will help us to understand the real problem of the organization. So in this type of exercise, the candidate is presented with the task of making a decisions about a particular business case. They are provided with a large amount of factual information, which is generally ambiguous and in some case contradictory. Candidates generally work independently on such an exercise, and their recommendations or decision is usually to be communicated in the form of a brief written report and or a presentations made to the accessors. As with the other exercise, it is important with this kind of exercise to ensure that your thought process are clearly articulated and available for the security of the accessor. Of paramount importance, if the brief requires a decisions to be made, ensure that a decision is made and articulated. The above is meant as a illustrations list of type of exercise that may be encountered in an assessment centers. Variations and permutations are almost infinite. It is, however, worth remembering that there is a large body of academic research which suggests that the assessment center is probably one of the most valid predictors of performance in jobs, and if correctly structured, is probably one of the fairest and most objective means of gathering information upon which a selection's decisions can be based. From the candidate perspective, it is important to be natural and to be oneself when faced with an assessment center, remembering always that you can only be assessed on what you have done and what the accessors can observe. Exercise categorization. Level 1, administration, suitable for a wide range of role including secretarial and clerical staff, call center staff, frontline customer service roles. Level 2, graduate, idea for role where there is no requirement for significant organizational experience. Level 3, first line manager, primarily for new or junior managers or managers with a little experience of people management. Level 4, middle manager, for experienced manager including familiarity with people management. Level 5, executive, targeted at senior manager with significant exercise. Design and assessment center. Design of an assessment center should reflect the ethos of the organizations, the actual skill required to carry out the job, potential source of uh, uh, recruit, the extent of which recruitment is developed to line manager, the HR strategy. So uh, uh, so this is one of the important issues on human resource strategy, and which will help us to develop the HR strategy in a different way. So there are a few other things. Let's say design criteria. The essential design criteria should include duration of the centers. One day might be insufficient for more senior post, location, reality, or ideal surroundings and accessibility for the candidate with disabilities. Number of candidate Number of candidate brought together. Five may be too few for the comfort under observation, and more than eight given problem in share the essential Time, candidate background and competency of the past experience, number or mix and experience of accessories. So there are few others, a few other things that is very important for human resource management. This is design criteria. So what is design criteria? Essential and desired skill and competencies to be matched to the techniques and tasks which test them. Group exercise should be as real as possible. The task might need to encourage competitiveness and collaborations. Observers. There should be a number of senior observer or selectors to ensure greater objectivity through a range of views. A selector must be trained to observe, record, classify, and rate behaviors and seek evidence accurately and objectively against the job description and personal specifications. Selector preferably should also have had some training on interviewing skills and is managing diversity and have good listening skills. Accessories might also be used to observe and comment on behavior, although they do not necessarily take part in final selection decision. Performance management is a very important part of the developments. If we can understand the performance management, if we can understand the performance related things, this is also very much important for our developments, because if we have a good performance inside your organization, this will help us to grow these things in a very effective way. So objective setting. So when we have to measure the performance, we need to understand the objective of the organizations. An objective is a simple statement of an end result to be achieved within a specific time frame. It should be short, clear, and specific. It can also be in the form of a activity, as it may not always be possible to quantify the end result. Why objective setting? Give directions to jobs, help focus on important job area, assist reviews and change in job emphasize, provide a basis for appraisals, counselings and feedback, increase mutual job understanding with superior. So what is objective? Objective are significantly important area of job. When perform well, improve overall result, or maximize payoff for job area, represent the work with account for 80% of result. Target are specific conditions to be achieved. Indicator indicates how much of what and by when. So activities step with lead to the end result, used when the target are not quantifiables and indicate what by when. Process of goal setting: what is the job, what are the end result expected, what policies, procedures, work methods are impeding performance, what changes are needed for better result, how can work assignments be regrouped or altered to improve schedules, what problem need to be overcome next year. Objective versus target. So if we focus on the objective, focus on importance area related to job descriptions, signpost, direction of work, optimum number 6, and major important result related to objective, milestones or pathway, specific condition, one or more for each objective. So criteria for objective. So when we set a criteria for objective, we need observables, basis for appraisal, jointly evolved, extra effort, clean or consistent with department objective, time bound, initiative, variable, end result, emphasize on and satisfying. So what does smart mean when we focus on objective? Smart S is specific, M is measurable, A is attainable, R is relevant, and T is time bound. What is process? Establishing a specific goal to support, start at support, determining the importance of these goals, making plan for actions, arriving at performance standards and measurement criteria, and starting anticipating a problem. What is process? Weighing the resource required to carry out the planned actions, provide for interactions of organization and individual goal, follow up with actual performance measures and evaluations. So if we focus on HR role in performance management, there are delivering timeline, ensuring time adherence, auditing the objective jointly with line manager, ensuring objective are in the line with organizational goal, requesting modifications if required. So if we want to focus on the high performance organization, we need to design the component, let's say people, decision system, human resource, structure, value and cultures. We need to focus on traditional organization, narrow expertise, rugged individuals, centralized, close, standard selections, routine training, job-based pay, narrow repetitive job, tolerate hierarchies, functional departments, promote compliance and routine behaviors. High performance organization, we need multitask, skill team players, disperse, open, realistic job interviews, continuous in learning, performance-based pay, enrich job, flat flexible hierarchies, self-contained business, promote involvements and cooperations. These are the many different and specific things where we can focus, and if we can focus on these different kind of specific methods, then we can identify HR roles, we can identify HR activities in a effective way. So today we just discuss about HR innovations. So HR innovations is very much important uh, for uh, 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 for developing the human resources. So if we want to focus on the five successful HR innovations, uh, that will help us to grow in a different way, and that is help us to if start the business in a professional way. So what is HR innovations? If we want to innovate these things, we can focus on recruitment innovations. Good recruitment is essential to success of every organization. Perhaps this is why we see a lot of innovation technologies in this part of HR. There is a solution for each part of the recruitment funnel. Chatbots. Example, it's hard not to mention chatbots article about HR innovations. So HR innovations actually help us to grow in a different way. So while a chatbot is nothing more than a piece of software, sometimes powered by artificial intelligence, it can take care of numerous tasks. Think of sources, screening, and schedule candidate for instant. Beside that, we can focus on good pre-selection procedure. If we can select these things in a professional's way, also we can go for the proper onboarding systems, we can develop learning and developments, we can do talent management, as well as we can do proper performance management. So if we can do these things in a professional way, that time we can achieve the goals, and that time we can be very much successful in a professional way. So performance management is very interesting and very important for all of the people, and by the performance management, we can do some sort of interesting things, and which will be helpful for the organizations. So we should be very much focused, we should be very much efficient, we should be very much effective to handle the performance management and this point of views. So thank you for everyone for joining today's sessions. Hopefully tomorrow we're going to discuss with some of the interesting topic and which will be helpful for us.